Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nutmeg Curling Club Thursday Night Finals. My name is Britt, and I will be along with you for the semifinals, which are about to start. You can see the curlers coming out onto the ice. Just going to update the stream info, and I'll be right with you. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is our semifinals. The finals will happen at 9 o'clock. The winners of these two matches on A and C will compete. I'm going to go ahead and show you the far houses right now as Sheet A is starting already. That is Team Angelo versus Team Stefan. There was a coin flip to determine seeding in this because we had such a tight competition during the spring season. But and I did not see what the outcome was. So it's Team Angelo versus Team Stefan, and then over here on Sheet C, it looks like it's Team Corelli and Team Arndt. Handshakes are occurring over on C. I think it would be remiss if we did not take a moment in this broadcast, and now is the perfect time to do it as we're just getting started, to send our best wishes to Philadelphia Curling. They lost a longtime member in Derek Tomlinson this week. I never got a chance to curl with Derek, but I hear he was a wonderful person and a great curler, and I know just from knowing the name that he did a lot of good out there in Philadelphia. So best wishes from Nutmeg Curling Club over to our friends in Philadelphia and to Derek's family. My only regret in talking about this is that I never got a chance to play with him myself. So Godspeed and good curling, guys in Philadelphia. All right, so what are we doing here? Well, we've got the near houses up. Let's cut to the far houses where you can see over on Sheet A, which I do not have a camera for. Oh, I'm sorry, the far A camera is still something we're working on getting up. Couple guards out front, but that's it. Angelo is throwing the yellow. Craig Steffen is throwing the red. George Eldridge, who is one of our wheelchair curlers, so excited to have a wheelchair curler amongst our ranks. He calls for the curl around the back, but it looks like the first end ice, I don't know if George didn't get far enough out or if it just curled more, but it's another guard. So meanwhile, on Sheet C, we are underway. Brian Walker is going to play lead tonight for Justin Arndt's team. And he has just thrown his first stone, and the sweepers are going on it pretty hardcore. But it's over. Oh, and it's going to go into the house, I think. Oh, yeah, look at that. And now Justin's going to say, all right, let's get it into the 4-foot. And it looks like he does. Let's just do a quick look at that. Oh, yeah, just biting the 4. Very nice. All right, so back to the open action. We can see over on Sheet A that all 4 stones end up out in front of the house. We have some guards out front, not atypical of a first end. Meanwhile, we have the first stone for Team Corelli coming in on Sheet C, and it is going to be a corner guard. So we're watching both these sheets, and the winners of these games will play tonight at 9, or I believe they said 15 minutes after both teams are done. That way, if both teams end early, they can come in and play again. So we will kind of keep an eye on that. The start time for the finals will possibly depend on how these matches go. If they both end a little early, then the likelihood is we will have the finals starting a little early. But we won't know that until we get there. Let me take this opportunity to remind you, if you're listening to this and you're in the Southern Connecticut area, we have our end of season tournament. A week from this Thursday it starts. It's called the Blarney Stone, and it's going to be wall-to-wall curling in here. Thursday night from 6:30, and then Friday night at 6:30, all day Saturday, all morning Sunday. It's just going to be a lot going on. So if you'd like to come see some curling live, please feel free to do so. If you are watching this on the stream, we're also going to be streaming most of that event, if not all of it. So you can always come to the YouTube channel and check it out. Let's take a quick look and see. We have 2 folks watching right now. Please feel free to drop something in the chat if you'd like. Would be happy to answer any questions you have or talk about the matches that are going on. All right, so where are we at right now? Well, we're still on second stones over on A. It looks like we're about to throw the last of the second stones. And you can see over there, we've still got those guards out front. We've got 1 red in the house. So Craig Steffen is like, let's get behind these guards and start using to our advantage. So he's going to call, it might be a hit, but it also might just be a draw. Meanwhile, over on C, wow, C's got a very interesting house. Let's just do a quick zoom in over them. You've got the yellow counting 1, but a red in a semi-dangerous position, and I believe, yep, John Corelli looks like he's going to go after the stones. There's a possibility of a double here. Let's stay here and watch how this one comes out. Brian Glazer's in delivering the stone. Let's see where this one goes. Sweeper's going hard. Oh, and he just nicks the first one and actually knocks his second stone into third. But at the end of the day, it's 1 yellow with the second and third stone red, which is not a bad thing. And Justin is going to guard up that yellow stone because he knows if he leaves it vulnerable at this point, they will go for it. And then all of a sudden, Team Corelli has got 3 reds in the house early. Back to the wider zoom. I didn't see what happened on A, but Craig is now safely under cover, but still only has 1 rock in. See what Angelo is doing here. Right through the port, but he nicks one of the guards. But now that is wide open, and I think, unless Craig has a hammer, and I did not see... It looks like red has the hammer here. So this is an interesting decision for Mr. Steffen, and he will play the safe route and say, let's put a guard up. He is going to try and get his 2 on the last draw. Meanwhile, on sheet C, oh, interesting kind of combo shot. Drives the guard back in an effort to kind of change the guards. And now this is what the house looks like over on C. Yellow is still shot rock, but I can see all of it from where I'm sitting. So I can imagine he's going to want to do something about that. So, well, they're talking about it. Let's go back to the wide zoom. And you can see over on sheet A, we just have a lot of rocks out in front of the house, folks. Here comes Jack Miller, who's playing Vice tonight for Angelo. His shot, and it looks heavy. It looks like takeout weight. Let's see where this is going to go. Oh, impact on the guards. Not exactly what he wanted, but at the very least, it's a little bit more open. And Craig Steffen is like, nope, put something here into the 12-foot that both guards and counts. Meanwhile, on C, we have a stone coming down. It's the first rock from Scott Funston, and he's the vice tonight for Justin Hart. And it looks a little heavy, but it's gonna give him just a little bit of separation. Let's show you guys that. So right there, what you see is a little bit of separation, and that's going to give an opportunity for a double. If he can hit that dead nose, and here comes the shot from Mike Parker. If it can get through there, and it will not, it will impact the guards. It had a great chance to be a double, and now Justin has got to do something about that to make sure he does not allow that double to happen. And it looks like he's just going to put up a basic guard. He's sitting 2 already. He does not have the hammer. Red has the hammer on C, so he wants to protect those 2 stones in the 4-foot. And shot's coming into view right now. Looks pretty good. I apologize if you just heard some munching sounds. I was crunching down a piece of pizza. And, well, here's the thing. The guard is partially covering the lead stone, but not enough. Mike Parker, it probably has a clearer shot at this, and he is going to go for the double. So we are going to stick with this overhead view because you might get a beautiful shot of the double here. Stone is on its way. It is plenty heavy. Here come the sweepers, probably sweeping for line. It's got to get by that guard and just over the nose, and it is off the guard again. And this time it cleans the house of the Reds. It rebounds off of the guard, hits the Reds in the outer 12, and now it is a wide open yellow house. That is very unfortunate. And again, first end ice, you never know what you're going to find. Sometimes it curls a lot, sometimes it doesn't curl very much, sometimes it's slow. So these guys are trying to figure out what the ice is going to do in these situations. So, an end or 2 from now, much more crisp, I assure you. There's a 1 up under yellow on sheet C, and I'm not sure why. I don't think anyone cleared the scoreboard, so please don't interpret that to be score, because we're going back to that view. And here you can see we're getting down to skip rocks over on A and on C. Justin Arndt's throwing his first one on C. It's about to come into view, and Craig Steffen is making the long walk down on A. Craig is about to throw his first rock. Craig has the hammer, and right now there is only the 1 yellow in the house. Let's see where Justin Stone ends up. Let's go to overhead really quick here. And as long as it stays on this side of the center line, it's going to cross the center line too much. It's a slightly better guard than the last one on sheet C for Justin, which means here comes John Corelli, and he is going to have another shot at this double that has just beguiled them the last 2 shots. And at the very least, he's got to get in there and get 1, but the double is there. Meanwhile, over on sheet A, here comes Craig Steffen Stone into your camera view on sheet A. Is he by the guard? He is. Is he on that yellow rock? He is. And the red stone is going to sit out, and it looks like it's pretty wide open, but that does at least get that yellow into the back 12. So now Angelo has 1 stone, and he's going to have to deal with that red. And if he can hit that red and roll over, he's got a chance to steal 2 here. Craig each skip has 1 more shot, but we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, here comes John Corelli's shot. We're going to go back to the cube zoom for C. Let's see if Corelli can get through this port. The sweepers are on it. Be coming into view any moment. There she is. In it comes. Does he have the double? He's got 1. He's got 1 3/4. That one is all the way out to being a biter. That is an amazing shot by Corelli. And now that it just changes the whole complexion of the end. So Justin has 1 more shot. John Corelli has 1 more shot. Justin has got to hit this red. In my opinion, he's got to hit the red and roll about 2 feet to what is my right, but is on your screen the top, and that will give him an opportunity to hide. He could, because that biter is still counting, steal a couple points here. Let's go over really quick. Jack Miller is calling for Angelo to take out that red stone. Angelo is sliding out. We'll stay on this view so you can watch them both. So 2 key takeouts here on each sheet. Yellow both trying to hit red stones. Let's see what happens. Arndt hits his and rolls a lot. Angelo hits his and clears out not only his stone, but the back stone. Chaos. We got chaos here, folks. It's the first end, and I can't call this close enough because there's too many people throwing too many stones at too many stones. So, all right, so the end result, sheet A, one yellow stone in the house, and one shot left for Craig Steffen. Craig Steffen has no choice. He's got to get that yellow stone out of there. He may try to blank the end. He may try to hit that yellow stone and roll out, which would allow him to maintain hammer and put up a 0 on the board. Meanwhile, this is interesting. Let's go to an overhead shot of this over on C. John Corelli absolutely looks like he's going for the blank. He looks like he's going to try and double out those two biters. Both those stones next to the broom where you see Mike Parker standing are counting. So I don't know if he's trying to blank here. I would imagine he's trying to blank here, but at the very least, he's trying to make sure he does not give up two. All right, we're going to go back to the wide angle because both of them are throwing. Craig Steffen's stone over on sheet A on your left is going to come into view first. Here it comes. What's going to happen? Steffen hits the yellow, but he's going to stick. It's going to be one red. Meanwhile, over here on sheet C, a quick change of angle. He flashes. Oh, my goodness. John Corelli misses to the inside, and he gives up 2 points to yellow in the first end. Experienced curlers will tell you that this game is played inside the 4-foot, which is the red circle on either side of your screen, the inner circle, that 4-foot. Once in a great while, and I do think that's true, but once in a great while, this game is played on the biters on the 12-foot. And just now on sheet C, we saw that. So we'll get 2 points for Team Arndt over on sheet C. We have 1 point for Team Steffen over on sheet A. And we will switch to the near houses because now they're coming back towards us. Hi, everybody. That's me waving. If you ever wonder where we broadcast from, it's right over here in the corner of the warm room. If you see somebody else walking around, that's Jane, our bartender. She and I both have the night off, and Jane is is kind enough to take care of the bar in the warm room right now. We really appreciate that. So it allows me to do some broadcasting. As the night goes on, we expect more curlers to kind of drop in. Excuse me. I am definitely expecting my dear friend and teammate Sean Main to drop in tonight. I have not heard otherwise from him, so I'm assuming he's coming in. So meanwhile, here we go on sheet A and C. I do have a near A cam because that guy is just barely not a biter. I think that's a guard personally, but I don't know. I'm not out there. Oh, Team Corelli flashes through. I think they were going for a guard there, or they were trying to come behind. I didn't quite see the shot call. I apologize, but it's going to give Justin Arndt a chance to set up a second guard. So again, the winners of these two matches will meet in our finals, which happen after this event. Oh, look at this. We have the biter measurer. Can you do this in the middle of an end? Can you measure a biter in the middle of an end? That's a great point. Jane, I don't know if that picked up on my mic, but Jane is over here, and she just brought up the point. Oh, sorry, I'm just getting a note. Hello, sir. Oh, I can't say that. I'm on mic. One of our curling friends just walked in, so I'm just saying hello. Okay, great. We just received word from our league chair that while he is unable to join us, we're sorry, Mark and Rana, that you're not here tonight. There are pizzas coming for us. Thank you. And they are already paid for, including tip. Thank you so much to the Zakins for doing that. Okay, so Jane was just pointing out to me that the reason you can stop and measure that on sheet A is because it may be playable. If it's a biter and it's actually in the rings, the free guard zone that protects the first 4 rocks of any end, for folks who are new to curling, the first 4 stones of any end, if they are out in front of the house, cannot be taken out in those first 4 rocks. So people have an opportunity to set up what they call the free guard zone. So if it's not in the house, it's a protected rock at this point, and it can't be hit. It can be hit later in the game, but not early. If it's in the house, he can shoot at it. And he did not shoot at it, so I'm going to guess it is outside the house. But that is a great point. I thank Jane for bringing that up. That would be a great reason to stop what you're doing and measure. So, meanwhile, let's reset over here on sheet C. Team Arndt is setting up another blockade out in front with a 2-0 lead after the steal. Here comes what looks like another guard. He might be trying to bring it in. He's got the angle. If he can get that guy to tuck in behind, it gets by the guard. Oh, look at that. Who threw that? That was Vince DeMarco. And Vince is upset with himself because it was supposed to be a guard and it ended up burying. Vince, that was a great shot. Don't be upset with yourself. He's still giving me an eye down the other end of the ice and looking at me like you're crazy. He doesn't see what we see. That is a beautifully buried shot. So we're setting up for a lot of stones in play over here on C. Sheet A, I'm looking over. We still got the 2 reds out there. Got George Eldridge getting ready to throw his second stone. So this is the last of the guard stones. I can see a yellow stone in the back biting. George is, just as a quick aside, I'm going to go to broadcaster's preference here. George is a fantastic guy to curl with. I love curling with George, and it's been great to see him really have fun with the sport and really get into it. The unfortunate thing is I work with folks with disabilities on a daily basis, and a lot of folks just presume, oh, I can't do something because of a physical limitation or a barrier to access. George has really overcome those things and has really come to love curling, and we love having him here. So it's always great to see him to sit there and say, you know what, I can do this, and screw anybody who says I can't. So I don't know if I can say that on the air, but I just did. So this may be my last broadcast, everybody. Anyway, back to the matches. So now that the free guard zone is over on A, these all stones are legally hittable. Craig Steffen is going to go after that. He's going to try and tap himself up so that he is in the house. So he asks his second AJ Hippias to tap up that red stone. If he hits it square on, ooh, it looks like it's coming towards us, it's coming heavy. If it hits it square on, he could be promoting and guarding, but it looks heavy. And instead, it's going to hit the yellow. I don't know if that was the call. Maybe that was the call because those stones were so close together. But either way, that works out. Meanwhile, what's going on over here on sheet C? Let us show you near C. So here we've got the yellow stone that's really nicely buried from Vince. John Corelli's going to try and open things up a little bit, but that is on his red stone, I think, and it is, unfortunately. It does open things up a notch, but not the way he wanted it to. So, interesting start to the end. Back to the full houses view. It looks like we are going to do some stone trading over here on sheet A. Angelo is calling for that red to go. He's going to jam on the red yellow. It is, and the red is going to stick around, and it's actually, believe it or not, right now, that back biter on sheet A is shot rock. Give you a quick overhead of it. That is shot rock right there behind Craig Steffen, and he's not sure what to do with it because we're not really in this normally position. So he's going to go to rock elimination, which is kind of smart. Back to the open view. Team aren't trying to continue to build up this defensive wall or get behind it. It looks like it's got the weight for a guard. It's coming into your view right now, but its line is actually going to curl into the existing ones. You can't really see it because one of the curlers is slightly in the way. Let's show you what that just happened. So he's got this little wall out front, and John Corelli is like, we need to move some granite. And he knows that Mike Parker has the weight to do it. So we'll stick here for a second because this has the potential to move a lot of stones. It is very rare that curlers sit there and say, just throw it hard at something. But this is one of those situations where you just want to move stones out of your way. And a perfect hit could move at two, or at least two, maybe three. And that is 3 stones. If he gets that other one out the back, and he does, 3 stones that Mike Parker just eliminated, he just cleared out the entire defense for Yellow and Justin Arndt. And Justin's going to waste no time in putting that stone back up. So, Greg, AJ's brother, back in Syracuse, New York. Thank you guys so much for watching. I see that they put on here, go AJ. You're very welcome that we're broadcasting this so we can watch him play. I'm very honored to be able to bring this to you guys, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. so that we could do this. Um, the stream, I love having the stream on, and I love doing the broadcasting for this stream. It's a lot of fun. So, we're happy to bring it to you. And AJ, if his family is truly listening, AJ is just a great guy. I love curling with AJ. I love chatting with AJ. You guys are very lucky to have him in your family as well. So, but anyway, back to curling. So what do we got going on over here? We got John Corelli over here on sheet C trying to figure out if yellow has one or two. Give you a quick flyby on that. You can see there's two stones in the outer blue rings. He was trying to figure out if his red stone, was closer than that yellow stone right in front of him, and he's going after that yellow stone, so that tells me he's either not sure or he's sure that he needs to get rid of it. So here comes Mike Parker's second shot, and it is probably an attempt at a double. So we'll stay on the overhead. Let's see what happens here. Sweepers give it a quick brush, but then they come up. Let's see where this ends up. And he's got the one, but he does not get the second out. But this puts Justin in a very tight situation. If Justin can't find a way to keep a yellow in the rings, there's already two in the 12-foot for red. That would create an interesting situation for them in which they could really easily get three if they could get rid of Justin and keep those other stones around. So, interesting situation there. Let's take a look back at, here's the open view over here on near A. Here's what we're seeing. It is still one red, with that red stone having some partial backing behind it. You can still get it out if you hit it in the right angle, but if you hit the wrong angle, it's going to be in trouble. And red does not have the hammer. Here comes Joel Lineker's stone over here on sheet A. It's going to come into view for you in a second. Let's see where we got. Angelo's getting a position. He thinks this is going to go through, or he's going to try and help it go through. I think this is going to end up hitting, and it actually looks like it might be two red stones counting now. No one's really sure because they're taking a good long look at it, but it's worth a look. Let's go to near C really quick, because here comes a hot stone from Justin Arndt. They're not going to work. They're not going to try and play around with these red stones. He's going to try and take this one out and roll over. He is going to roll, but he is going to roll an awful long way, and he is going to run to the 8-foot on the right-hand side of the sheet from my perspective. He has, believe it or not, it doesn't look like it lines up on screen, but he has probably about 75 to 80% cover for that stone behind the red guard.
Dr. Parker.
Yes, Dr. Parker. Congratulations to Mike Parker. We found out this week that he hasn't officially been conferred his PhD, right? But he's got all his work in.
He said that they're calling him doctor now.
They're referring to him as doctor. His dissertation is in and complete and defended. Congratulations to Mike Parker. Well, then you know what? Even if he loses out there tonight, he's a winner in life. So I don't have a doctorate from Yale. So what's his doctorate in? Immunology. Oh, great. So he's got mad scientists written all over him. He'll be developing some sort of super flu or the cure for it. He's going to work. Is he going to work for the government? He wants to work in health policy in Washington. Well, God bless him. We'll miss him when he's gone. A fantastic member. Yeah, so I'm getting... Oh, Washington State. Oh, okay. He wants to go out to Washington State. Well, so do I. It's beautiful out there. D.C. Oh, okay. I misunderstood you. Washington, D.C. I'm not even a full beer in, folks. I'm already making mistakes. All right, so let's reset and let's see what we got here. C is easier to look at. The 2 yellow, which is kind of what Justin wanted. So I'm guessing John Corelli did not successfully take out that yellow stone that he wanted to. And now here's another situation where Justin could force Corelli to make a big shot. If he can take out this red and stick, he's sitting 3. Corelli still has the last shot with hammer. He could draw for 1, but he'd have to do something because he can't afford to give up 3 points to yellow right now. Meanwhile, over on sheet A, we got a whole bunch of stones in front of the house and a whole bunch of stones glummed up in the back of the house. There's no question it's 1 yellow right now, but there's a bunch of red back there, and who knows what's going on with those. So we'll see what happens there. Meanwhile, Justin Arndt is in the hack. Here he comes out. Looks like he came out with pretty good weight. He is going to try and hit this red stone. It's coming. They're jogging with it, but nobody's trying to sweep it. Coming into your view, and it hits, but it's going to spill but bite. So this is the situation Corelli now has. John Corelli has got to put a stone into the house that's going to outcount at least the one what's on the bottom of your screen for red, and to cut him down to no more than one and possibly take one. He did not want to have to give up the hammer and take one, but what's even worse is giving up three. So he is going to try and draw in and try to outcount those stones. Meanwhile, over on sheet A, Angelo has just thrown his last stone, and it's about to come into view. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Angelo's first rock. This is not Angelo's last rock. Jack Miller calling the house. Let's see where this guy ends up. He's going to tap up his own yellow. Joel Leneker says, come here, baby. And no, it stops right before the tee line. Joel was cheering it on to probably have a shot at sweeping it, but it did not happen. Meanwhile, over here on sheet C, John Corelli and Mike Parker are still talking about where this shot placement could be. Don't argue with him, Corelli. He's a doctor. But that really doesn't matter at curling ice, does it? Let's go overhead. So he's just trying to get into the 4-foot. If he gets into the 4-foot, he can outcount him and save this end from one. If this shot does not go as planned, he gives up. He gets stolen on again. That would be a really rough start. Again, giving up three here would not be the end of the world, but it would definitely be challenging for John Corelli coming back. Corelli is just releasing his rock right now. It is coming down the ice. It looks heavy to me. But they are sweeping it. Now they're up. It might be heavy. I don't know. It's real easy to say that on this side of the ice. Here comes Scott Funston getting in position. He needs this outside the 8-foot. He needs this outside the house. That is a 3 steal for yellow over here on C. That's a 3 steal, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Sorry about that, guys. So meanwhile, over here, Craig Steffen, with his last rock, attempts to outdraw Angelo and comes up a little bit short, and you can see him up there in the 8-foot. And now Angelo has a draw for 2. I'm wondering if Angelo has a shot for 3. Is there any way for him to get Craig Stone out of there and sit? Oh. He's actually considering driving his center line guard straight back. If he drives his center line guard straight back, he might be able to count 2. Interesting. So they're going to have a conversation over here. We'll stick with them because sheet C is just getting started in the third end, and over there it is Team Arndt with a 5-0 lead. So the war room is openly discussing how long it will take for sheet A to figure this out. I'm passing on information. Seeing as I'm on the mic, if somebody just wants to take care of them when they get in. Just passing on the pizza information, because if I'm over here trying to talk to you guys about curling, I can't deal with pizza. Although I might take a break at some point to go have some pizza. All right. So it looks like over here on sheet A, Angelo has decided what he wants to do. He wants to draw in. It looks like he wants to draw in. He's doing a lot of talking down the other end of the ice. Not quite sure if Angelo wants to be here until next Tuesday, because he's taking an awful long time to call this shot. I mean, in the time that they've been deciding on what to do on sheet A, sheet C has thrown up almost its entire lead rocks. I did. But a warm room thanks and a toast from the Tullys. I see Brian and everybody to raise their glasses to Zakins for the pizza. Greatly appreciated. Oh, look, we have a stone coming down here on A. Coming into your view right about now. It's coming in. Oh, he's going to hit. This might work. This might work. He's going after it. Go, Jack, go. Oh, it's only going to be one, I think. It's going to be one yellow for sure, maybe two. They're going to look. I think that red is the second stone. I don't think they moved it enough. And the vices are clear on it, so I think that is going to be one yellow. So we are tied up over here on sheet A. Meanwhile, on sheet C, here's what we're looking at. Just some guards out in front of the house as we get to second rocks. Vince DeMarco is in the hack. Yeah, the War Room just pointed out that the honor of winning this first draw, your honor is that you get to be here until about midnight playing in the second draw, but you do get a pin out of it if you win, so that's a nice thing. Stone coming in here on C. Ooh, this tucks in, it'll be nice. It's a little deep, and it's got at least, ooh, wow, 90% cover. Very nice. So now we are moving away. So we'll go to the wide view. As you can see, sheet A. Again, sheet A is tied up 1-1. And sheet C, unfortunately, Team Corelli trails 5-0 right now. They've had some bad breaks, but I've come back from 5-0. Heck, I've blown 5-0 leads before in this game, so nothing is safe just yet. And Corelli is gonna make sure that he can try to clear some guards. Justin has gotten to this 5-0 lead on sheet C, in my opinion, by building up a very strong guard wall. He has put rocks in play, he has protected them well. You cannot underestimate the value of a good guard. All right, so right now we're getting in set up. Ooh, that yellow stone over on C is out of play. I did not see what happened with it. Might have been a hog, and that's going to give Team Corelli an opportunity to blow this open. His second Brian is going to go after a takeout here, and if it hits the right way, he might get both. There's a lot of separation between those two stones. So let's do a zoom here to focus in on C. Here comes the stone into view in a minute. There it is, and he's just going to get the guard, but still, that's very helpful. All right, so we're still over here on sheet C. Let's go back to the cube zoom so you can see that we've got a couple stones in play over here on A. Looks like red is the shot rock right now. But that could change on the fly. So here we come, stone coming to view on sheet A. Jack Miller sweeping for all he's worth. Trying to get this stone close, trying to get it somewhere they can use it. Here comes Angelo. They're going to try and tap up, and they're going to get a couple inches out of it, but that's really all it. Here comes Mike Parker over here on C. He just delivered a stone. Let's give it a second, and it should be coming into view for you. There it is. Can he get by that yellow guard? He can. Can he get that yellow stone? He can. Wow, that is a nice shot, and this is the outcome of it. The warm room goes wild. All four of us. It's early yet. We're a late night group here at Nutmeg Curling. So that's yeah. We're starting off. Are you moving? Oh, okay. One of our members just said, I'm going to miss this place. I'm like, are you leaving us? No, it's the summer. Well, we could still do things during the summer. But we could. But we could. You know what? Then I'm going to propose this right now on the air. Let's go to Stony Creek and hang out. Ken, bring some board games. We'll play some games. I know Jane's is in. Jane's already got her arms in the air, like, just tell me when. This is actually the first summer I'm going to have free in a long time, so I am absolutely game for something like that. Meanwhile, let's reset Sheet A. I apologize for all the distractions tonight. I try to keep it a lighthearted broadcast. Sheet A has got a conglomeration of stones that I cannot give you a close-up on just yet because we're still working on that particular camera, but it looks like we've got at least one yellow, maybe two counting over there, and they're behind some guards. So here comes a yellow stone. I'm not sure what he's trying to do here. I think he wanted to come around, and it's not going to quite work out. Instead, he's just going to add to the pile and push that red a little further in. It's not going to change the count, but meanwhile, over here on sheet C, we can do a close-up over there. We've got the yellow, again, another end where we're getting down the skip rocks, and yellow is got at least one in play and counting. Yellow has yet to have the hammer tonight. John Corelli has just unfortunately not had the best luck with his shots. But Justin has got the lineup, and he is going to shoot here. It looks like they're going to shoot for a guard. Here's the thing. You can see on your screen, Scott Funston's all the way over on the right. Now he moves. Our sheet C notoriously sometimes does not curl back a little bit on that wall, but it looks like it's going to hold for Justin. It's coming down the ice. It's got good weight. If anything, it's a little heavy. Here it comes into view. Stay on that side of the center line, and it'll be gorgeous. No, it's going to cross the center line. And once Justin skates out of view, I can see all of that yellow stone. Team Corelli has got to get some points here, so they are going to go right after that stone. Meanwhile, over here on sheet A, Jack Miller is about to throw his last rock of this third end in a 1-1 tie game. And it looks like Angela wants to curl behind that mess of 5 stones in front of the house and just kind of use it for protection. That's not a bad call. See here, it comes into view. It's going to be by the guards, I think. And it's going to be too heavy. Jack was too heavy. Oh, sorry, Jack. Another fantastic curler, great guy to play with. And Jack Miller. And a great scotch drinker. You ever want to sit down and have a discussion over a scotch, Jack Miller's your man. One of several in this club that can do that for you. Joel Leneker over on sheet A is delivering his first rock. Yes, oh, I'm sorry, that was Jack's first rock too. And it looks like they're going to try and blow things open, and they do a little bit. Oh, yeah, the center is now wide open. Meanwhile, divert your attention over to sheet C. Here comes John Corelli's first rock, and he looks like he's going after that yellow. It is a little bit wide, and it is going to go right through, unfortunately. Ooh, that puts John in a rough spot. Let's show you what that looks like. So Justin Arndt now has an opportunity, and this is what he's going to do. He's going to try and put that guard back again. It looks like the broom's in a very similar place. Justin must not have slid out enough the first time. That's my guess. That's a guess. But Justin is absolutely trying to put a guard up there. That would give him a 6-0 lead after 3. But by putting the guard there, he does leave a port on what is the bottom side of the screen between that red and yellow, those front 2 stones, where John could curl in with his hammer and possibly still take the end. So let's see where this ends up. A lot of conversation going on over on sheet A about what to do because they have this mass of stones out there. Justin's looks like it is. The weight looks really nice for a guard. You guys can't see it yet. Here it comes. Can it stay on that side of the line? Do not curl behind that other stone. It's not going to be useful. It makes the shot a touch harder. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking dead on at it from my vantage point, and I can still see 80% of the yellow stone that's sitting in the forefoot. So it's still not an easy shot, but it's still there. Okay, Craig Steffen is over here on sheet A, and he is gesturing to multiple stones. I'm not sure what he's doing here. It looks like he's going to try and, with his red stone, blow some things open because he wants to get to that yellow. And here comes a heavy stone from Joel Leneker. Let's see where this ends up going. It's going to get by the front guard. It's going to impact the red. Wow, what a shot. What a shot. Okay, that looked crazy to me from my end, but Joel just made the shot of the night, in my opinion. He's getting the big thumbs up. And right now, it looks like two reds sitting over here on A. Meanwhile, on C, we're going to switch over because here comes John Corelli's rock, the hammer. He needs to outcount that yellow. Here it comes, and he is going to hit he's going to hit the opponent guard, and that is going to be another point for yellow. Oh, John looks really dejected. Don't worry, John. We all have those nights. It'll be okay. So that's going to be one more point for yellow. So sheet C is going to be 6-0 in favor of Team Arndt as they go to the fourth end. We go back to the wide view because I can't do a close-up on A. And Angelo's explained to his sweeper exactly where this one's going to be. So I'm going to take this momentary break to have a sip of my beer. Okay. So over here on sheet A, the hammer belongs to red. And Angelo's about to take his first shot. And I'm not quite sure what he's trying to do here. I think he might be trying to actually curl in and dislodge that red. He thinks he can see enough of it. The stone is on its way, and the sweeper is just walking with it. Everyone's watching. Sweeper going hard. Coming into your view right now. And it is through the first guard, by the second guard. Look at this. It's going to hit that back yellow, back red rather. And I can't tell from my vantage point, so I'm walking down to the other monitor. Okay, that unfortunately does not make yellow shot rock. The red stone is still biting the forefoot and is still the shot rock. But that definitely changes things up a little bit, and that was a heck of a shot. You had to sneak that by two guards, one on the left, one on the right, and just really get in there, and that was nicely done. So Craig Steffen, with hammer here in a 1-1 game, is the one rock right now, and now he's trying to figure out how can I get in to be number 2. Excuse me. So here comes Craig. He's going to walk down. It looks like he's going to elect for a draw. Anything touching the red circle, the forefoot, would be second shot right now. So that's not bad. Okay, and we have another comment. Thank you to Mark Zakin, who writes in, greetings from San Fran. Good curling to all. Enjoy the pizza. We thank you a great deal. Great announcing. I appreciate that. I do try my best. So we do thank you, the Zakins, for checking in. And thank you again for the pizza. Has not arrived as of yet, but it's also not 8 o'clock yet. But the Warm Room is very happy that you were kind enough to buy some pizza. Craig Steffen's shot gets by the first guard, but impacts his own red in the guard zone. And now it is just totally guarded up. So it looks like Angelo is going to try and sneak a stone in to the 8-foot, coming in through that outside again. And we'll see how this works out. I can tell you over on sheet C, because you can't see it right now. Let me show you really quickly what near C looks like in the fourth end. Just a bunch of guards right now. So we're going to go back to sheet A, which is, again, a 1-1 game. red team, which is Team Stefan, still has the hammer here. So Angelo is getting into the hack to throw his last shot. He's taking a look down at Jack Miller to make sure he's got the proper lineup. There, he appears to be doing a lot of thinking. Nope, he's going to take into the hack. And Angelo's going to get ready to deliver his stone. And here it comes. And Angelo's stone is on its way. Here it comes. He's sliding behind it. Jack Miller watching in the line the whole way. Here it comes into your view. It's coming in. It is going to hit, and wow. It's going to move the yellow stones around a great deal. The question is, how does this change the count? And I'm moving over to this. It's still one red, but it definitely looks like the second and third and fourth stones are all yellow. So for Craig Stefan with his last rock to get into, oh yeah, actually, as Brian just pointed out to me, I think it's one red, second yellow, and then the third is red, and then fourth and fifth are yellow. So he's got to. I mean, if he could draw in or promote into that yellow, he'd have a chance to take 3 here. It looks like he's trying to promote the red guard that is second from the bottom. Let me see if I can get that up on the screen for you guys. Oh, I can't. It's far A. Okay, so essentially from where you're looking, the stone to Joel's right is the one he's trying to hit, I believe, and knock it closer. It needs to be closer than that yellow in the back. So here comes the stone in. He's going to try and bump his red in. Joel in position. Here it comes. Joel sweeping. Is it going to get to that red? I can't tell. Could somebody tell me? No, I see no's. It's going to be one red over on sheet A. Missed it by about an inch is the consensus from the warm room. Wow, what a great run. So let's go over and show you what's going on sheet C. While I was babbling about sheet A, yellow has again put a stone right into the forefoot and said, hey, John Corelli, come get me. And we're on to Vice Rocks over here on sheet C. Oh, the pizza has arrived. Thank you again to the Zagans. They are listening. The pizza has arrived. It looks like Justin's going to put up a guard. Scott Funson has been, this particular type of gameplay has really favored, when your Vice can put up a lot of guards, it's usually a little bit easier on the skip, and that's kind of how this game has played out so far. Again, a lot of time left. It's 6-0, but it's only through 3 ends. Team Corelli could really rally here, a couple of big ends, and they're right back in this. Here comes the guard from Justin's squad. And if that can just cross over just a little bit, it's partial coverage. I can still see it. And John's going to waste no time in going after it. And if he can hit and roll under his own guard to what is the top side of your screen, that's what he ideally would like to do. Oh, here comes a stone into play. It should be coming into view. It's by the guard. Is it going to hit that yellow? It is. And it's going to roll, and it's going to roll a little more than John wanted to, but is still firmly under cover. All right, I am going to switch to the near houses view because I'm going to have to go off mic for 2 minutes while I have a slice of pizza, and then I will be back with you guys shortly. So the stream will continue, and the announcing will be right back. Hello again, Nutmeg Nation. I am back. I have a slice of pizza in my stomach, and that makes me very happy. I'm joined right now by Nutmeg member, perennial Skip, the man who is known for wearing funny hats when he curls, our friend Sean Main. Sean, can you hear me?
Not yet.
Nope, but I can hear you, so don't worry about it. All right, so welcome Sean Main to the broadcast. So, right now I've got the camera over A. And that's because we got Craig Steffen's Last Stone coming down.
How is my voice? Is it too loud?
Nope, I can hear you perfectly.
All right.
So you may just not be able to hear me, in which case, no worries. Okay, so Craig Stone is coming. This is his last stone. The hammer still belongs to yellow. And it looks like he's trying to draw in.
All right,
If
they
he can
got
just-
around. Is it going to be deep
If he gets
enough? Yes,
Oh,
it
that's
is.
gorgeous. I mean, I think he can. I think that back red is still visible, but it's not shot right now. If Angelo can hit and stick on that back red, he's going to be one because he'll be full white. But
Yep,
I
so
think-
it looks like he's just doing a heavy draw.
yeah, it might as well. I mean, you've got the backing that way. You
Mhm.
just need to be in the solid 8 foot, and you've got the point here. And it is a 1 point game. It is 2-1 in favor of Craig Steffen's squad. So taking one here isn't the end of the world.
Nope. Especially when you're drawing against 2, maybe.
Two, maybe three. I think two. Let's cut over really quick so you can see what's going on C. Again, we have Justin Art putting stones in the house. They're visible, but they're hard to reach. And that's really kind of put Team Corelli behind the 8 ball, if you will. Here comes a shot from Angelo. How's it look, Sean?
It's looking pretty good. Definitely, I think, has enough weight. Well, they're
Jack
not
Miller
thinking
coming
it
out to help with the
does.
sweep. I mean, you can't be too heavy here. You've got the backing.
Oh, no, it might not be heavy enough. It is.
Oh, no, it hits the yellow. It hits the
just-
red. It is at. I think it's one red.
It's one. Yes, I see one red.
One red. Wow. Such wow, as my wife would say. All right. Meanwhile, we're going to cut to sheet C. We're on second rocks. John Corelli trying to open up the house. So Corelli gave up another one in the fourth and now trails 7-0. So Sean, you've been around a long time. Down 7-0 halfway through a game. What are you thinking as a skip? What are you doing?
Well, I mean, being down like 4, 5, you got plenty of time. But 7, you already might have to be thinking, taking more than your just 2. You have to try to take 3. You wanna get make sure you have your guards, because if you don't, they're just gonna take stuff out and play a stone elimination game. So you have to get your guards, hide behind, use if they got stuff in the house, try to use it to your advantage. Anything to try to stay around with stones in the house to
make a 2 into a 3 or a 1 into a 3.
yeah, and try to chip away that way.
I can say this because
Definitely now you're gonna have to take and then steal a couple. You can't just take your 2 and then give up 1. You have to steal
Right.
a couple times. But it's not
nothing's over.
it's not over. As long as you can get stuff here in this end, it's not over.
And here comes the draw from Scott Funston, which I believe was supposed to be a guard, and it just did not curl. I mean, the weight was good. I thought the line was good, and it just did not curl.
And
So
actually, right now that these guards are helping Corelli.
yeah, because if he hits this sharp enough and turns it into a double, he can very easily ricochet off to the right and get under cover.
Oh
Here it
yeah, he
comes.
doesn't even have to. It's not gonna roll. It's gonna
But
get
he
the
does
double.
get the
but
double.
Still, you'd rather get the roll. I mean, I know you have 2 in the house now.
Now, from Justin's perspective, do you try to do stone elimination? Because that's what it looks like he's trying to do.
Yes. Yes. I mean, if you get the roll behind, that's great. Get rid of the stone.
Scott Funston has been red hot tonight because of the way this game flow has gone. He's been putting up a lot of guards. He's done fantastic with it. I think this is the first time he's been asked to do a takeout, and it looks like he's dead on it.
Yep, and looks like they're gonna get the roll too.
And it's going to roll, yeah, under full cover. Wow, that's buried. You got to be happy with that if you're Justin Arndt. Meanwhile, let me just switch over real quick and show you what's going on over on sheet A. I don't know what's going on sheet
Beginning and the end, we've got a bunch of stones in the back of the house.
A, which is new. The beginning of this game was played in the front of the house primarily. We had a nip measure on the very first stone.
Okay.
I think it was George Eldridge put a guard so tight they could not figure out if it was in the house, and thusly whether or not they could hit it. So they had to stop the game and get the measuring stick.
Oh wow. Okay. Usually they just I mean, yeah,
It was that tight.
It was that tight. Okay.
And the end decision was it was a guard.
Okay. Okay. Very good. I don't see much of that in league play, where they're stopping the game to measure a biter. But
You know, as a guy who plays front end primarily, if you throw a guard that is so tight they have to measure it, you did your job right, most likely.
if that's what the skip wanted a tight guard, then you got a tight guard, all right.
So I've got the wide angle up right now.
So I'm thinking this was a takeout. I don't know. It's just gonna go down to it though. Don't know how far it took it out at all.
Yeah, the sweeping made it look like it was definitely going for a takeout. Craig went after that sweep
But it
pretty
was
hardcore.
way down in weight, if that's what they were looking for.
But you know what? I don't mind that. I'd rather have the backing.
Keep the backing, yeah.
If anything, the only thing I'm upset about is that there's that much separation between the two stones.
A long discussion on sheet C here of what to do.
They put it at a pretty good pace tonight.
I'm thinking you're gonna have to.
So let's do a zoom in on C.
I like the draw.
It looks like a draw. Is it? Well, it can't be. I was just gonna say that kind of ice. It could be a lighter and be a guard. But what the heck would red be guarding
So
for?
here you're looking for to be able to get your 2 or 3 by outdrawing them. Can be a little dangerous. Just because,
Oh, look at this. This
yeah,
is
it's going to be another
turn.
guard.
It's going
It's
to
going to
crash.
hit on the guards, yep.
And the sweepers come up as it comes into view because they
And
know they're
unfortunately,
gonna,
they would not be able to use that any other way, really.
It's just into the pile.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything, that stone makes it a little bit more difficult to open up the center if that's where you decide to go with this, which I don't think they were going to do anyway. But
And now to just a stone elimination to take out that one. So now this would guarantee that the only thing they would be able to do is take 2.
that really worked for Justin in the second end when he did not have hammer. And actually, Justin hasn't had hammer this whole match. But he stole 2 and then had an opportunity where he was able to knock out stones and just bite to the 12-foot. And he ended up taking 3 points with all biters.
Wow.
And it was situations like this where he was going after these outer stones and just saying, I'm not going to leave anything of theirs in play. Oh, man, did he throw that? His sweepers were caught off guard, and they started to run like heck.
He'll be fine. Yep. I thought maybe he might go too far outside and just hit it into the center, but he had enough of the stone to take it completely out.
Absolutely. Nice shot.
And on A,
let's go back to the wide view.
Oh, that's the camera we don't have right now. Is the
Yes,
far?
we don't have a close up on A. I
Ah.
apologize. So this is the best I can do for sheet A on the far. I can do near A, but not far.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It looks like red is
I'll be able to tell you in 1 second because I'm
sitting
heading
at
over that way.
least one. Two
No,
red.
that's actually 2 red because that biter that's on the, I think the bottom or the left hand side is biting white, and the 2 Yellowstones are both 12-footers.
And this straw is just going to be hanging out. Looks like. Oh no, it's going deeper than I thought. He's going to try to hit this through. And to show you on C, you can see the far C on the screen as well. Yeah, he's trying to draw, out count the yellow that's there. They're going on it pretty quickly. They do want it to curl, but it's not going to curl enough. It's going to be out in the open.
You have a customer.
Oh, it came back a lot more than I thought, but it's still going to be
Well, that red is
visible.
counting.
Yes, it is, but it's still visible.
Yep, and we just get a question from the ice. Is it red? It sure is. This is Justin's last stone. Let's give you a close-up view of what we're looking at there. So, I mean, if Justin can eliminate this stone, he really...
He's done his job. He's the only chance he has is for one, so.
Yeah, and you're not going to blank this end with that stone buried like that.
Nope. Okay.
So
Throne
again, over
control,
on sheet
wait.
C, Justin is up 7-0 on Team Corelli.
And it
Ooh,
don't,
is that gonna come back
it's going to
enough?
come back, yep, and it will come back enough to hit it out.
All right, so now Justin doesn't. I mean, sorry, Justin. John has no choice here. He has got to get a point on the board.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you do, and then you start trying to see maybe you'll get some luck without hammer and try to steal a couple. Not ideal, but
It is what it is.
you know, on a league, again, a league curling, it is definitely possible to start stealing a few.
You know, since you sat down and put on the headset with me, Sean, we've gotten one more viewer. So
Woo!
Sean Main is the Tiger Woods of curling over here. Oh, and Robert Kwan has just joined us. He's having pizza though, so he's not on mic. Are you playing tonight, Robert?
I'm not.
No, great. We'll get Robert on mic later. Because at some
So
point,
on
I'm going to
A,
want
we
to play
have another draw coming in. This would.
What's that?
I think you guys are doing a great job.
Oh, thank you. Praise from Robert Kwan. When Robert Kwan says you're doing a good job, you're doing a dang good job. Oh no, he flashed through.
Yes, he sure did.
Oh,
Another
that is-
yellow.
8-0 after 5.
Well, now you'll probably just play back and shake.
I mean,
After 6.
unless you have a huge end here and you take which is okay. So I got 2 experienced skips sitting next to me. Let's just say wide open field. How many points does he need to take here in the 6th end to make it worthwhile to challenge in the 7th and the 8th?
At least 4.
At least 4. That's the consensus from both. So right now you're playing very aggressively for 4 points because otherwise you're coming inside to have leftover pizza.
Yes.
Well,
you need
it
at
was fresh
least
pizza
4,
20
and
minutes
that's
ago.
going to take a bunch of misses and then a little bit of luck.
All right, so let me show you what's going on over on sheet A as best I can.
All right, we got the hit, and we got the roll onto the pile.
Oh my God, did that bounce back?
It sure does.
Oh, jeez. I got to go see that up close. So that was Jack Miller with a tremendous trick shot. I don't think he was trying for the trick shot. I think he was just trying for a hit and roll. But, man, did that just kind of bounce into play?
I think the bounce actually hurts them because now it's far enough from the other stones to take out without jamming.
There is more than enough room for that yellow stone to go straight back, and it might hit one of the reds on its way out, but to easily go out. Without that yellow in play, it would be 3, maybe 4 red. I'm going to say 4 because there's 2 red stones in the back of the house, and I think that back stone is still biting.
And on C, Justin asked for it in the house. It is a very high guard. You don't have hammer, it's a center guard, but when you're up this many, any guard that they have to play with is dangerous.
That's not a 3. That's an inside joke from our old bond spieling days. If we were in a position where Sean was at throwing at 4, could throw a guard, we'd be like, throw a guard, a solid 3, and he would throw 2s and 4s and 5s, but never a 3. Okay, so Craig Steffen's stone is coming. This is his first stone. It is heavy. He is definitely going after that yellow. It has got to curl. Here it comes. It really needs to hit it nose, and it's not going to. So this is going to be a potential for a jam. And it does. And it's still 1 yellow.
Oh, so that's good for yellow.
And yellow is under about 10% cover, if that. I mean, yellow probably, I mean, anything that's a little bit better than solid 12-foot is going to be second stone. So I almost think like if you could put something maybe just outside of the 8-foot in front of that yellow, you're going to be sitting 2 with your shot rock guarded. It's not a bad place to be with hammer.
All right, and Justin's shot, they put up another center guard. So not what they wanted to do. Oh, but okay, but that's what he called, so he has an idea now that might as well just go for the, you know, be the counter instead of just eliminating stones. Which it's worked all night so far, so why break from what's working, right? So.
Yeah, some bad breaks for Team Corelli early on. I mean, they have not curled poorly at all. I want to make that very, very clear. They have played very hard tonight, and it just has not, the breaks have not gone their way. Meanwhile, over here on sheet A, Angelo is going to split the house, which confuses me.
As long as it gets there, it's a good idea, but it has to get there.
How many guys can you have sweep this?
And they're trying as hard as they can to get that there, but it's going to be light.
Yeah, see, that's why I would have liked coming the other way and playing in front of their shot rock, because then if it comes up short like that, at least your shot rock is fully guarded. And if it gets to like the bite of the 8-foot, then you're counting 1 and 2, and there's enough distance there that's just not going to be an easy double.
That was probably the concern, was the double. So that's why I don't mind splitting the house there as well. But you have to get it there. You had backing as well, that going that way. So
yeah, we're all geniuses on this side of the glass.
Oh yeah,
right now. We always know
experts.
exactly what shot to call.
Well, there's plenty of center guards now on sheet C, with again Justin counting in the 8-foot. So we'll see how that plays out.
Here comes a shot from Craig Steffen, his last rock, which is not hammer, over here on sheet A, and it looks like he is trying to curl down to and possibly dislodge that red stone. It looks like it's a freeze call. Sweepers are on it though. I think he might be a little light too. But they're going.
Does he have enough to outcount it though?
I think he has enough to outcount it. I don't think he's going to freeze to it. No, he does not. That is definitely the second rock now.
All right, so Angelo will probably try the same draw, give it a little bit extra now.
Yeah, I mean, he really just needs anything touching white would make him second stone and tie this match up. Getting asked from the ice if it's 1 yellow or 1 red, and it is 1 yellow right now. And this really is a wide open draw. Anything touching the 8-foot will get him 2.
We've got heavy sweeping over here on sheet C, trying to get it there.
Dr.
Don't know
Mike
if it's going to
Parker
get there.
going after it.
Oh, it's going to be a guard.
Oh, what a frustrating shot.
Not the end of the world as long as, but Justin's gonna be probably guarding again. Yep. If they leave it to where he can get to it, he has a shot to tap it up. But
Right.
they're gonna try to eliminate that with this stone right here.
Here comes the hammer on A. It looks heavy to me, but unfortunately, it looks like he is drawing towards the pile of red in the back. So it's heavy.
Oh, it's heavy. Oh, but it's coming.
It's curling. It's curling. I just don't know if this is going to outcount the second red stone because of the way it's going. No, it is not.
No, it is not.
That is going to be one yellow.
Terrible.
Oh, bots.
All right. Well, still a tight game there. Anything can happen. So
Absolutely.
We don't have to be diplomatic.
Yeah.
It's on the public.
The war room just noted that I have to be diplomatic. I don't know how diplomatic I actually have to be, but I appreciate the thought. All right.
Talk trash over here.
All right, so let's switch to the near houses now. And you can see the large number of stones here on near A. Let me just do a quick close-up on that. That is, nope, I went near C. Sorry, I clicked
no,
the
that's
wrong
near
button.
A. That's near C. There you go.
There we go. I know my alphabet. I watch Sesame Street. Did you know that there's a album now called the Green Album?
I
where
don't want to.
there's stars that cover Muppet songs. I think OK Go did a cover of the Mana song. Mana.
Oh, and this is gonna be interesting. Okay.
Okay, so that was, while I was singing, that was a great shot. That kind of changed things a little bit.
It gives them options more now, so that's good. Gives them some options.
Options is like death by fire.
But they are definitely
It's still one
running.
yellow.
They're definitely running out of stones to get their 4 that we wanted. I don't even think it's possible now.
Well, you would
1,
need
2,
some
3,
of those
4,
guards
5.
to come
Yeah.
into play. I believe they have 2, maybe 3
You have
left.
to split the one on the right. And left. And left.
Yeah, because the first one you have to hit into the yellow.
Right.
And then, because that's not going to end up in the house. So then afterwards, you're going to have to split it in somehow. But this is going to be in the house. This is going to be pretty... Yeah, it's going to be in the back. Nope. Right on the button.
Wow, that's a pretty good shot. And it looks like it's pretty well undercover. I mean, you
Oh,
can follow
boy.
it, but you're not going to be able to take it straight.
No joy in Mudville.
That is true.
Well, run back double here? I don't know. I don't know if you can get enough of it to actually run it back to for the double.
That would be a heck of a shot.
Yep, they're going to try it.
Mike Parker, why not? Parker has thrown a number of high weight shots tonight, so I think he's gonna be very familiar with this kind of
Yeah, you just
curl.
got to be sure that it comes back enough to get where you want to hit. So
In the first end, he had 2 takeouts, and the ice curled more than you thought. But I definitely think he's got a good feel for it now. Look at this. He's gonna have at least one.
And he did get the one, but ended up spilling
Yep,
out.
all the way out.
Yep. Unfortunately, now that leaves you with less options.
Yeah, because it took a stone out of play. 2 of them, technically. I mean, Justin's at a point in this game, and he was at the point in this game like a couple ends ago, where he doesn't have to score. He just has to keep you from scoring.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, yeah.
that's not always the case in curling. So this has been, he doesn't have to worry too much about, can I outpoint John this end? Can I keep John from getting a big end and getting back into this game?
And it looks like they succeeded in that, and probably going to be over after this. Meanwhile, on A, we have guard, and then a throw through, and it looks like it's gonna be a draw behind the guard.
Is he gonna get there? Nope.
Oh,
It's a biter.
oh, it's a biter, so he's not gonna take it out though. He's gonna. Oh, have we already gone through?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they're on
yep,
second
they're
rocks
on
already.
second rock. Sorry. So.
And that's on sheet A. That score is 3-2 in favor of red, which is Team Stefan.
Oh, there's 3 stone. I'm sorry, I didn't even see the other stone over there.
Yes, 3 stones in play.
Sure. Well, then.
So they're discussing their options over on sheet C because they are really in desperation mode right now. But over here on sheet A, got a very tight match, and here comes a stone from AJ.
Here we go. You got the takeout. Do we have? Oh, we got a misses. A flash.
Oh,
Games on TV.
it was a tight line because of that high guard. You couldn't come the other way, which would probably have given you a little bit more of a margin of error. But
It's a really funny game, but it's
I
Did
think
we
he
cut?
just. I think he just pulled it. I think he just pulled it. I think that's kind of what they wanted to do. But
special curling shoes. There's a Teflon or something slippery on your left foot. You're right-handed. Then you slide with your left foot.
they're still talking on sheet C. I mean, their season's on the line here. You got to give them some time.
That
So let's,
all right. Well,
let's-
that gets by. They're gonna get the tap. Tap. Tap.
Oh, that's a nice tap up. Under full cover, goes from solid 12 to biting 4. Really nice tap up.
All right. So he's gonna try to take out that stone, and if they don't get by, they take out the top one, which is fine too.
Yep. I mean, what's scary about what's going on in sheet A is there's 4 yellow stones somewhere in the play,
Mm-hmm.
and red does not have
Oh,
any at this point. Red has
no.
hammer.
And no, you guys couldn't see it, but AJ slipped out of the hack, so they
Oh,
are
no.
hoping that this still works.
He's okay. He's up and walking.
All right, so it's a raise back kind of a hit then, and
Oh, go, Craig, go!
It
is
they
clear of the house.
did get both of them out. So
Mission
nice,
successful.
nice recovery. Nice being able to leave options for your skip when you're throwing it, and you
Meanwhile,
slip. You're able to keep it sort of online. So that was
We're going to
good.
cut over to C real quick because John Corelli is delivering his stone, and he is off the guard. Oh, I thought he was going to sneak by there. It was so close. And now John's really only chance is to somehow tick and double tick to get 3.
There's nothing. No, there's nothing. I don't even see a way to get 2.
The experienced curlers in the war room are laughing at me because I know it's probably unlikely, but it's the only thing he's got to get back into this game. And
Your optimism is endearing.
yeah, my optimism is ever flowing when it comes to this game, as long as I'm not the one in the hack. But it looks like Justin's not going to mess around. He's going to try to take out a stone and just try to finish this.
I think he's just guarding.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense too with the broom placement. Meanwhile, on sheet A, Joel Leneker is throwing for Team Stefan, and it looks like they're going to go after Shot Rock. I'll cut to it really quick. Here
Oh,
comes his
I
stone
heard a-
into view.
Beep on my.
Oh, he got the
headphones.
guard, but that's still helpful. Very helpful. Meanwhile, here we go back on C. Here is the guard from Justin Art. His last stone. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, what have you got right now?
Or you can just try to throw your rock right to that position without
The
touching
only
it.
thing I can see, which I don't even. Yeah, I mean, to count too, if they didn't have that high red guard up there, they could have thrown to the inside of that stone, hit the stone that's almost touching the outside here, roll that one in, have their stone that they hit go into that one, but that's for 2. That's without that red guard up there. So now that with that red guard up there, the only thing you got is that
To
hit.
paraphrase the great Tracy Morgan, I don't know what you just said, little kid, but you're special. I think you're right. I think he's going to try and promote that guy in and then roll and tick off of his other one and try to roll 2 into the house this way.
I don't know.
And it's a
There's
near
no way you can do
impossible
it.
shot.
Yeah.
I mean, from the physics point of view, it's a very, very difficult shot. But we'll see how it happens. I've seen weirder things. He's going to tick. It's going to be too heavy. It's going to go out of play. And that is handshakes on C.
Handshakes. All right, so we will
Congratulations
focus
to the
on
folks
A
on
now.
sheet C. And we can now focus our attention over on sheet A.
With 3 people. 3 minimum.
You have an overhead view of sheet A.
Yeah, they got a break this game.
And there's the advantage. That was just pointed out in the warm room. The advantage to finishing before the other team is more pizza, more break time. So Team Art will get a mild advantage by getting off the ice at least, I'd have to say, 20 to 30 minutes earlier than the team they have to play. So Angelo is in the hack.
Probably almost
Cold draw.
45 minutes.
Yeah, I mean the game is supposed to start. I think it's like 15 minutes after both teams are off the ice, but
We have a draw on A coming down.
Be a guard.
Oh, sorry, a guard. But it's not
How
gonna
scooter-
be okay. It'll accomplish its goal.
yeah, it's going to guard. I mean, again,
It did
yellow
not-
doesn't have the hammer here, so yellow just wants to do what it can to stop red from scoring. And there's applause as teams Arndt and Corelli are coming in off of the ice. We did our best to leave you guys some pizza. So now what's going on over here on sheet A? What's Craig Steffen trying to do, Krishan?
Something double.
I think he's trying to double that side, that yellow next to Joel, into the one that's in the forefoot.
That would be a big double if he can
Oh,
clear the
but
house,
he's narrow,
essentially.
very narrow.
Weight looks good, though. If you can get the
The other
angle.
one.
Need to. Well, I think you still need to sweep though, so it doesn't hit it nose. Okay, you got it good.
Oh.
All right.
All right, it still helps. Opens it up a little bit.
And it does open it up a little bit. You can still see, now you can see the shot rock.
Now Angelo's going to try and put it right back, I would imagine.
I believe so.
So, Sean, before you got here tonight and joined the broadcast, I was talking about how much I'm looking forward to the Blarney Stone next
Oh,
weekend.
yes.
A week from tonight. You are skipping a team, are you not?
I am.
And how many new members do you have on your team?
I have 3 new members on my team.
That is
Well,
fantastic.
Not including the subs that will be on my team. So altogether, I will have 5 new people.
I have a minimum of 4. If I make it to Sunday, I have 6.
Ah,
So I'm going to raise a glass to see if your beer. I'm going to raise a glass. Here's to seeing you Sunday on the ice.
there you go.
Because there would be nothing more poetic than you and I. And you know what? I'm going to say this right now. If you and I are on the ice on Sunday in any of the finals, we need to have the headsets on.
But
It'd be like
again,
mic'd up.
it's all about the experience and having these newcomers enjoy their experience of their first Bonspiel.
In most cases, yes. And just the excitement of meeting new curlers and playing
Yes.
with new people is fantastic. So
Make sure that they have fun.
that's all. You know, I wrote my team already. And that's what I said. I don't care if we lose all 3 games. As long as you guys have fun doing it, that's my goal is met. I'd like to win, don't get me wrong. But if we lose all 3 and you guys have a blast, then I did my job.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that guard did its job, speaking of doing your job, And that shot rock is pretty well guarded. So here comes the hammer from Craig Steffen. What's he going to do over here?
It looks like now he is electing to draw. Well, it's his hammer shot, so yes, he has to outdraw the shot on the biting the forefoot here.
This is not, to me, a very crucial shot. If you give up one here on the steal and you tie this game up and retain hammer, it's not the end of the world. I mean, you always want
it's
to take.
not. But you know, take your one, go up two, and give them one. So
Absolutely.
that's what he's thinking.
But I mean, this is not like a make or break shot here, but it is a great practice shot if you have a make or break later.
As long as he doesn't promote them in, which he's not
what's it
going
looking?
to. Nope, he got plenty of room. They're looking for the weight,
It's light.
and I think he's got it.
No, you're right, he does.
As long as he's not
It
too
might
heavy.
be heavy. Here comes a defensive sweeping.
No,
defensive
he's
sweeping
not.
is not going to get it done.
Great draw by Craig Steffen.
A fist pump of celebration down the other end of the ice you could not see as Craig Steffen does make that draw and takes one, surrenders hammer, but takes a 4-2 lead after 6.
Oh, and Robert Kwan is taking our visitors that came over from the hockey rink out on the ice to check out what curling is.
Well, I
And
don't
this
have
is
a
the
release
great
for them,
thing.
so I'm not going to put them on this camera.
And this is the great thing about curling. It's such a sport. I'm hearing
Absolutely.
beeping. Are you hearing beeping, or is it just my my headphone?
I had one, but I can still hear you. You're okay? Can you still hear me?
Mine is still green, so
Can
I
you
don't know
hear
what
me
the
right now?
beeping's about. I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you, so we're fine.
All right.
I heard it too, to be honest with you, so we're okay. All right, so we're going into the 7th end in a 2-point game. Really close, really exciting. And, you know, and this is, to play off your point, Sean, this is the beautiful thing about club curling. You can come down, and depending on what's going on at the curling club, you can get an experience right now, 2 minutes on the ice. You can come down for a formal experience and get some training and really try it out. But if you just want to go out and see it, and the members are here, and the time's available, and you have, and that's the funny thing. The funny thing about this, they have no idea that they're on the ice right now with a guy with almost 30 years of curling experience.
Mm-hmm.
He is one of the greatest members to learn from. So
Oh yes, definitely.
they have no idea
I
how
had the
lucky they
I
are.
had the honor of losing to him on Tuesday night championship. So
I watched that match. It was a stupendous match. Kudos to you, Sean. That was a great match. You should be very proud of your accomplishments there.
our team did very well. Looking forward to doing it again next year.
Yeah, you guys did fantastic. You should be very proud.
Unfortunately, we'll not be completely the same team.
Oh, that's sad.
Our buddy Nigel is taking is gonna take Tuesdays off next year.
No
so,
way.
Yeah. I said it now, and I don't know if he wanted anybody to know, so I didn't want to.
Breaking news.
Oops. I'm sorry,
Lucas
Nigel, if you're
takes
listening.
Tuesdays off.
I did not know.
Breaking news from
But-
Night Curling.
But we will have a awesome time next year as well, and look
Have you
forward to
replaced
having him
Nigel?
back. And looking forward to having him back the year after.
Have you gone ahead and replaced Nigel?
There are discussions.
Because you know I'm available.
We've had interest. I believe the person has talked to their skip, but because they approached us, so
Well, I know from reading online there was a number of folks who wanted the opportunity to play with some different teams.
yes.
For no
and
reason
that's
other
a
than-
good thing. It doesn't have to be the same team every year.
Exactly. That's the thing. I mean, it's not a I don't like my team situation. It's a let's play with as many people as possible situation.
Yep. And let me advance and try to learn more in a different position as well.
Yes.
So
I'm going to come down here and join you behind sheet 8 because I really don't have to do any camera switching right now because it's the only angle I have.
there we go.
On me.
Brit's whispering. He
This
thinks
is
no one
my-
can hear him, but everyone can.
This is my inside voice while I go to the bar.
All right, this is going to hit their red stone, their guard. It looks like it's going to be a nice tap, actually.
Very nice.
Don't think that was the plan, but it turned out pretty well there.
Hey,
I mean,
plan B is
it's
sometimes the plan to have.
it is wide open. It wasn't a perfect tap back, but it was a good weight. So the strategy here has not changed. I mean, you're still, you're close in this game. Angelo is just looking to take his two. So the strategy of how to do that for him, how he's been trying to do it, is going to stay the same. Doesn't look like, he's going to end up rolling that as far so he has an open shot at that redstone still.
All right, so I'm back from the bar. Oh, there's a redstone right in the middle of the universe there.
That's the one they tapped up.
Okay, so that was a tap up as Sean takes a quick break. He'll be back in a moment. AJ getting ready to line up his shot. AJ has come a long way as a curler, too. I think it's his second year, and he has done exceptional. Oh, this shot's a little heavy, though. I may have jinxed him. I think they were calling for a guard here, and it looks like we might actually be just replacing the stone. Not really. What he did was actually end up splitting.
For Thursday, because you're not available Saturday,
Ooh. All right, I need to slow down. All right, so Angelo's going to go after the shot rock after the guard attempt was a little bit off. There's a chance for a double here if he hit it just the right way. And he's got the one, but it jams, and the shot is shot rock. So Craig Steffen's going to go right after it, it looks like. Absolutely. And he's going to try and roll over under cover without setting up a double. So the takeout is successful.
Enough.
Sean is back.
There goes that beep again.
You're fine. I can hear you.
Gonna ignore those beeps.
You might need a charge. We'll charge these guys before we leave tonight.
That's completely green, so. All right, well. They're sitting two.
Yeah, I mean, red is sitting 2 right now. I mean, all right, so red does not have hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Red is up 2.
Mm-hmm.
How bad is it right now if yellow gives up 1 or 2 and they're coming home with hammer down 3 or 4?
Definitely not 4. Don't want to be down 3. You got to take your 1 here. Keep it open enough to where you could draw for your 1 and try to steal. If you can't get your 2, which is still early enough in this end to try to sit and think about taking your 2. You don't have to think about only taking 1 right now.
Jack Miller's shot coming into view. Shot at a double. No. And Craig Steffens is going to play stone elimination.
Okay.
So if you're Craig, you're red.
Yep.
Are you happy giving up one here and coming home
Yes.
up one with hammer?
Yes.
Then there you go.
I mean, obviously you're gonna play to where maybe if they miss a shot, you can steal one again.
Oh, look at that
But-
curl from Joe Lineker. What a gorgeous shot. This is going to roll right in.
And okay, there you go.
Still, oh, it is really open.
Yes, it
And
is.
the way it's open gives Jack Miller a shot at a double,
Well, I mean, you really don't even need to do the double here,
but it's there.
but it's there.
It just if it rolled another 6 inches or 6 inches less, it would have been way better.
But you know, it's still a hard double, and it's got to come back.
Yep, it's got a curl. Jack's shot has got the weight.
Yep,
He's gonna have at least one.
it's gonna jam. It looks like. Oh
And
no,
it's gonna miss.
missed.
Craig Steffen goes after it, trying
I'm
to get it out
sorry.
of the rings.
Oh, those pesky biters.
It's a biter.
Those pesky biters.
So a good shot by Jack. Not the optimal result in a perfect world, but great result.
I think Joel is just trying to tell Craig to split the house to make sure you're 1 and 2. Or nope, now they're gonna draw. I mean, drawing behind that group of yellow
Yeah.
is not horrible. I wouldn't mind just drawing behind it. Don't worry about trying to guard it up, because then you're gonna keep on leaving them chances to double. Drawing behind that group of yellow is perfectly fine.
So if you hear an increased background noise, it's because teams Arndt and Corelli are having a great time after their match.
While they're sweating it out on A.
Yeah. If you're on sheet A right now, you gotta be thinking to yourself, I'm gonna win, and I gotta go play Team Art, who's chilling out in the warm room.
Oh, but it could be. Are they going to be too rusty? Are they going to tighten up?
It's curling, not track and
They're
field.
not. They're not going to be loose anymore. They're going to be tightened up.
Yeah, that's what I worry about.
Well, I guess it depends on how many drinks they have. They could be really loose.
That's actually what I worry about. When I'm skipping, I worry about how many drinks does my team have while I was gone.
All right. Well, that will definitely do its job.
So really quick story
There's
while we're...
not really any chance for Angelo to double them out right now.
Yep. Really quick story while Angelo's calling his shot. I was here for a Bonspiel, must have been about 2 years ago, and I won't name names, but I left after an 8 a.m. draw to go do some stuff for work, and when I came back at 1, my Vice was soaked.
Yeah. Was that me?
No, it wasn't you, actually. Good question, but no, it wasn't you. And I was just like, yeah, there's no way we're winning this draw. This is our end. But hey, he was not at risk. He was totally in control of his facilities, and he curled well. So God bless him. And while I was telling that story, Angelo called a shot and is now coming down to throw it.
He is going to try to double. If he doesn't double, he just takes them out and sits in the center there, which is, fine.
Tough roll, though.
It is potentially a very difficult roll. The angle is pretty sharp.
He wants to hit this almost nose. So it's got to be pretty
But that's
close.
tough.
Pretty close to being nose here. He's got
The weight's
up,
good.
up.
It's got a curl. The weight is there, but I don't think they
It's
have
gonna
the
run
angle.
out. It's gonna run out of house.
And Joe Lineker always ready to sweep a stone out.
With that kind of a takeout, with that precise, you have to be willing to let it get very close to the guard.
All right, so real quick, before Craig comes down, what do you do here?
Again, you do the same thing you did just the last time. You throw it close enough to where it's either behind those yellows or to where he's going to have a very, very difficult shot to double. I mean,
Agreed.
if you don't want to, if you leave it high, you guard it. The only danger in that is if you leave it too high and you actually come around and touch yours and knock it out, because then that would give them 3. But so you want to be at least 12 foot, being 1 and 2.
With a more comfortable lead, you might think about splitting the house, but not with this lead.
It's gotta be 1 or 2. That's the biggest thing right now.
Which is why the sweepers are going mercilessly
Because
on it.
it's not gonna cover the shot rock.
Oh, get it to the house.
Oh, actually, it
It's
might cover
covering a lot.
It might cover enough.
Joel's broom.
Okay, it covers the
Okay.
shot, but it's not counting. There is not enough room there to get a stone through.
No, there is not.
But you can still use that stone for a double.
Yes, and I think that's what he's gonna try. I would be tempted to throw my 1 here. Be down 1 and try to steal.
Actually, I think that's actually the better call. Because what's your choices? Be down 1 with without hammer?
Trying to steal. Yep.
Or to be down 2 with...
because if you try to do something crazy here and you miss it,
Right.
you're down 3.
And you just need a touch of red gives you the point.
If you were already down 4, you try this double here to
Right.
get your 2. But you're only down 2. If you make this shot, you're down 1. Coming home, trying
Yeah,
to steal
absolutely.
1, you definitely have to do that.
Here comes the shot. Angelo out the hack.
Angelo's following it down.
Oh, it looks heavy.
I don't know if it is.
Leaking off his own.
That was my guess. I'm going to say heavy.
I don't think it is heavy.
All right.
Oh, yeah, okay, it might be heavy. Now looking at it, it might be heavy.
Well, here comes Joel Leneker. He thinks it's heavy.
It is heavy.
And out the back it goes, and that's another point for red. The score is 5-2 in favor of Team Stefan. And we're going to be coming home, and yellow's going to have to make up a minimum of 3 points. Sean Main, 3 points, coming home with hammer. What are you doing?
You gotta put up your guards.
Hello? Okay.
You gotta put up your guards. The only way you're gonna get 3 is by hiding behind stuff so they're not taking out.
So you really want to set your guards here then?
Yep. You need 3 points. You can set up guards for at least your first 4 shots. You can set up guards.
Okay.
Worry about getting to their shot rock after that, but
All right, let's give you the near view. So this is the current end.
It's really nice. Yeah, because it set everything up and everybody.
George throwing his corner guard. Very good wheelchair curler. Was competing to go to the Olympics this past year.
He was the alternate.
Fell short.
Well, I wouldn't say
Not the alternate, because the alternate got to go. He's the next in line after the alternate.
Really. He didn't
Yes.
go.
He was not the alternate. He was the
I thought
next
he was
in
the
line.
close alternate. As a quick aside, Robert is still on the ice with that young man who wants to learn how to curl.
Good.
He just come off the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there were.
So we literally had folks come in who's just like, "What the heck is curling? I want to see this." And they are out there working with a guy who has a lot of experience in the sport.
Okay.
Doesn't fully tuck in under that yellow, but
No, it does not.
enough that Angelo's going to say, "Hey, George, get this out of here."
I don't. Yeah, I guess he is doing a takeout. I'm kind of surprised he's doing a takeout this early, not using it to his advantage. Maybe bumping it back a little bit, keeping it in the house. Because again, any stones in play are in your favor. You're gonna have to sweep on this. All right, he's gonna have to. Come on, make sure it
They're
doesn't.
throwing it.
Oh, it's gonna tick. It's gonna tick. No, it got by. Nice shot.
I don't know. It has enough weight though to move it.
It's okay. It doesn't have to get rid of it yet.
Is it one?
No, it's two. Yeah.
Oh, it's close. I think it's. Oof.
Nothing says I'm not sure, but when you say, "Is that the one?" and the whole war room goes,
I'm thinking it might be yellow.
It's close.
I think it's yellow.
Certainly very close.
Again, you don't have to be shot rock yet. Yes, you do have to end up having 3, but if you have that as backing.
All right, the shot from AJ Hippias was apparently a takeout and is curling way too much.
This might actually help. Nope. It's gonna actually be fine. It's gonna help Angelo
Go get it,
by
Craig.
staying in the house. Now, Angelo has to remember, you need to have 3 counting. So you do not want to just make sure you take out that red and sit those 3 back there, because then they're just going to wail at it and hopefully take out more than 1. So you have to be strategic here, plan your future shots, maybe put up some guards. You can tap them back later.
Absolutely. I mean, again, the score in this end is 5-2 in favor of red. Yellow needs to get at least 3 to tie, 4 to win, or this game is over. Hey, what a close game it's been. Has there been an end more than 1 point?
There has not.
There you go.
All right, well, this is going to be a higher guard, I think, than what Angelo wanted. But it does, it blocks up 1. It blocks up the 1. It kind of blocks up the 1 that's has no backing, so.
That center guard's just a menace in general for red.
So this is fine. You want to get to the inside. Yes, if you get to the inside, you don't care if you take out your own stone. You just want to get rid of that yellow.
Agreed.
Oh, he's looking at that other side, though. He's trying to avoid.
Why would you look there?
Because it's more where you can see it, but there's a chance. It's harder. It's a tighter window. I would be more open to try to go to the inside of the yellow like he was going to at first. But he's going for this instead. He's got to make sure he gets around that top yellow guard, but the top yellow guard is going to do its job. Angel's putting up a guard. Smart move. You don't have to be counting yet for your 3.
Angelo likes the card.
Try.
Off the map, Wells, red style.
Wells,
Okay. Yeah, it does. Exactly.
what?
I think I've had that.
Yeah, very good. Oh no, he's the left-hand middle style. Okay.
So right now, yellow's counting 2, but they need 3.
Yep. And they don't need that third one till Angelo's last shot. So
Which is exactly what I just heard from behind me. Our friend Scott just said, but it's not the end. It's not the end of the match.
but they left plenty of room to get in there to take out that yellow.
Makeable draw to frozen bear.
That's it. You got to leave yourself a draw. That's all you got to do.
Is it gonna curl enough?
Here comes
Is
the
it gonna
shot.
get by? Yes, it is. But
It's by.
is he gonna hit his own?
He is.
Oh, yes!
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. It hit his own, but it's in a slightly better position than what the previous rock was. It's
I
still
don't know.
third
It
rock.
looks like it's the same spot.
Can't be the same spot. Anyway, it's still clearly too yellow. Would you not agree?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, it is.
Oh, if you're gonna draw in, sit third shot. Come on,
Dang it,
Angelo.
Scott, you're so aggressive.
All right.
So the best part is that I've got Scott Funston, who's an experienced player. Sean Main has Mike Parker, Dr. Mike Parker. Hey, really quickly, on record, a round of applause for Dr. Mike Parker. We have experienced skips sitting next to each of us.
Hurts when I do this. Well, then don't do it.
I'm not going to tell you what that's from.
So Sean is right behind sheet A evaluating. I'm behind sheet C where the broadcast station is, and we both have experienced players telling us what the heck they think, and they don't agree.
Looks pretty good.
I'm liking this shot. I mean,
What
it's
is
not
this?
gonna be third shot, but you know what? You don't need to be third shot right now.
It's like fifth.
I agree. Yeah. I think he's playing, throwing from the hack to the playing the short game.
It's
It's a little early. I might peel the top guard.
He doesn't have hammer though. I mean,
I don't know if you can get the double.
I think you just draw in that way.
Just draw in.
You just draw in that way. If you leave it up high, you leave yourself another option.
I mean,
You miss this, you don't have an option then.
miss this, you might. I don't know. It looks pretty good, so it might end up being all right.
Hey, Sean, keep talking on mute.
All right. Well, he's trying to do that angle raise. It might be coming back too much. It's coming back too much.
That's fine.
Coming back too much.
It's actually not bad.
I'm skipping. I should tell you something. I'm skipping.
Now you gotta be third.
I feel like this is awesome.
I mean, there's.
Okay, I'm back.
I'd be like half buried.
You leave yourself two options for your last shot. He still has this over here to come in, even if he bumps that one back. You want to leave yourself a shot this way, so that's why he's coming this way. Just can't be wide on this shot because you don't want to tap them into yours. It's gonna
you
curl.
Have to hit this
is gonna
straight
curl.
back.
Knock them out.
He's trying to hit this
It's
straight
got to
back.
curl. You got to trust it's gonna curl. Here comes the curl. Okay. Here it curls. And
it
he's
curled.
gonna. Oh no.
Get it out.
All right.
And now the count's still too yellow, but third shot is still red,
Out in.
right? Wow, that's funny. I hear draw it in on my side of the room. I hear hit it over there. Sean Main.
What do I think?
Yeah.
I think you do a heavy draw. If you hit it out, you hit it out. You do a heavy draw.
Let me just say, while Craig walks down the ice,
So nice way to
This
go
is-
in between.
this is freaking awesome. I mean, we have different views here. We have everybody talking about what the different shots are.
Well, it
This
just
is
goes to show
awesome.
you. It just goes to show you there's not one shot for every
That's right.
situation.
I mean, that's what makes
So-
curling. That's what makes curling unique, right?
You know. So if you do this, he does this. If I do this, he does this.
So based on
What's
this
your
broom,
best
what is
option?
he calling?
I think he's doing a heavy draw.
He should be doing the butt.
It does look quite heavy. Needs to come back a little bit. Well, they're
It looks-
sweeping,
it looks
so they're sweeping, so they want to keep it for line. It looks like, yep.
It's a line call.
Shot.
And there's the heavy draw that I was talking about.
Oh no! When I say oh no for yellow, that is going to be really tough to outpoint because you need 3 here.
Yeah, but that's a double. This is a table. It's double red. This is double for 3.
I mean, I'm looking at this and I don't see how you're getting 3 yellow out of this.
Well, I mean,
The double?
Double for 3.
Is that your only option?
But it's not hammered yet. You got lots of stones left. That's what Sean said.
there's 2 more shots left. Yep. So this is the option. What is he? Let me see what he's thinking here.
He's thinking, dang, that was a good shot.
Have any effect on the legal in 49 states? All right. So thinking through it, you're always going to have this run if you hit first. So if you throw a heavy draw, move their red second stone back. You make them guard it, and then you've still got the run to pop that other one. Whereas if you try this take now and you flash it or you
You're
roll
done.
yours out,
You're done. Yep.
All right, so what you might have just heard there was Dr. Michael Parker talking about how
I think you come
this
the
is
other
not
way
the
and try
end-all
to
be-all shot.
push him back. Just sit him.
Right.
Just push him back. You don't even have to hit him out. You just push
If
him
you
back.
push him back, you set up your last shot.
I think Joel's on his way in for a quick consult, coaching call.
Do I know the war room thing?
This is painful. Right? This is fucking painful.
So, not to toss anybody under the bus, but Joel Leneker has just been terrible tonight. Would you not agree, Sean? Joel Leneker, who's been playing Vice for
I say it again?
which team is Joel? For Craig, just wandered into the war room because there's a discussion going on, so I had to poke at him there. George Eldridge is just like, why the heck am I still out here?
You know people can watch this.
Poor George is freezing out there. We've talked about
This has been an extremely tight match, a great match to watch.
I don't think there's any way
Oh, no,
he
I
can
call-
be
I
one
call
after
the-
this.
the,
Sean Main is way too quiet over there with his analysis.
violation.
I believe you go the other way
Oh, I see. So you oh, no, there's not enough room to do that.
No, on this team,
because you hit this. You're still not.
it's changed all of a sudden.
You're still not. You're not taking out the shot rock this way.
Who's never here?
Well, that is.
So Joel is on his way back out to the ice. Joel has played magnificently, by the way. He can't hear me. I'll have to tell him
In
later.
my opinion, you throw a heavy draw, you bump this back one back, so you're sitting 2, 3, 4, 5.
Then you can figure it out
And
afterward.
then
Yep.
they're gonna have to guard that, and you're still gonna have the slash to move that one later.
I didn't know Mark changed the rules.
But if you throw this, and if he loses 2 of his own, all they got to do is pick this one off the back 4-foot, and then it's game over.
All I know is the final should have started.
Never going to be able to.
Okay. So what is he trying to do here, Sean?
He is trying to bump some stuff back. With
okay.
a very, very hard takeout.
Here it comes,
Is he gonna
heavyweight.
promote this center? Yeah, watch this.
The whole war room is watching. Here it comes.
It did not.
And he took his
Oh, he took that back one? That's tragic.
I don't know what just happened.
It was a double run back.
It was a double run back that didn't quite work out.
Bad things happened.
So now you're Craig Steffen. What do you do here? Just
Guard up
just park right
that.
in that little nook, right?
Draw.
Guard up, yeah, because now he definitely has a chance to double those out. So you just park right on top,
Yeah.
So
or right in the little nook and cranny.
So Sean is saying guard the double takeout.
No. Put it in right on top, into the
Okay.
nook and cranny there.
That's what Scott is sitting next to me saying. So let's put it right there in between that red and that yellow, take away
Yep.
the double, and finish the match.
Yep.
Oh, he's bringing curling. Is that cheat not curling?
Triple on my own.
Yeah.
Triple on my own stuff. I did a triple on both team stones. So it evened out. Oh, kid.
Nope.
can't
Get
be
your
heavy here.
butt off the stone. Or off the vice.
Robert, get kid under control.
You cannot be heavy here. You could make a bigger problem by being heavy.
I think the kid has lost all attention span right now. I think we're all done.
Well, Robert's had him out there for half an hour. I mean, give the guy a break.
All right, well, here comes the shot. It looks like it's on the line they wanted.
Yep. Curling. Yep.
Just got to make sure it gets there.
Yep. Hard. Hard for weight. Hard.
It looks light.
Up,
Perfect shot.
up now. No, keep going.
Oh, it's
Never mind.
curling a lot.
That's fine. They can't get three.
And this is
All right, so Sean Main, look at this. What do you do?
We have an over-under for how much
shake.
right
5 minutes.
What do? You shake.
Halfway.
Halfway.
Half a minute. Halfway. Okay, 13:30 is what my watch said.
All right, so
I'm taking the over.
let me just toss this out there. If he triples out all 3 red stones, is he even third shot right now?
Yes, actually, if he can triple out that, even with knocking one of his yellows out,
I think his
he could
only
be.
shot
take
is
his own
a run
By a
back
miracle of
onto this,
physics,
heel up,
Felix,
come
by
in
a
with his
miracle of
pocket,
physics,
send
if
this
he
one
can
this
hit
way,
out
send
that
these-
front stone, taking out the second stone, and somehow knocking out the third stone on his way, does yellow get 3 points out of this end? That's my
It's
question.
also
Oh, he's
possible
playing for the win.
to redirect off this.
Oh, he's looking for
Heel
4?
leg, Tick over, and you got to hit this pocket and somehow
He
not
makes it.
lose that one.
Oh,
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Who's under?
All right, well, the path is pretty clear for Angelo. He has got to get those 3 red stones completely out of his way, or he's going to be sitting here eating pizza. Is there even any pizza left?
Unfortunately, with that yellow stone being right there in the middle there's no way to get those 3 stones out.
That yellow stone right in the
honestly
middle
think the
that's
only
biting
way
the
to get it is you
forefoot
gotta
is
get
making his
something
life
into the
very
pocket.
difficult. That's
You catch
absolutely
this
true.
one first, this one
Yep.
second, send it up here.
If that wasn't there, he could triple these out and count 3. But it's not going to happen without.
Run in here into there, but it's so flat.
You gotta
I
bring
just
more
don't-
than back.
I just
You
don't
know
think
what?
it would be possible.
You got to try it.
All right, has the win.
Heavyweight coming right at us. Here it comes. Nope, it's going to
There we
redirect.
go.
And we're going to
I
have
like the bounces though. That was pretty nice
full
bounces.
red.
So 3 red. Yep.
Oh, you're right. 3 red. And that's going to be Team Steffen advancing to the final. So
There we
in a
go.
few minutes, we will have Team Steffen versus Team Arndt for the Thursday night championship.
very soon.
Hopefully very soon. I think the official time
We
was
got to give him a
ice
chance
time.
to eat some pizza, and then we'll be back out there.
Absolutely. We're going to give them a chance to come in, eat some pizza, and then go back out. Until then, Sean and I are going to sign off. Someone hopefully will be back at 9 o'clock. I would say, what time is it right now? 8:45? Around 9 o'clock should be the final. It's 9:15? Okay, so around 9:30 should be the final. So 5-10 minute break, and we'll be back. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.